Assalamu alaikum dear students. Hopes you all will be fine. I am Asan Maluk, lecturer in Department of Computer Science and IT, Sarhad University of Science and Information Technology, Peshawar. I will teach you a new subject. The name of this subject is Programmable Logic Controller. Its course ID is ELC456. Its credit hour is 3 days 0. 0 means there will be no lab conducted in this course, and this course is related to BS Electronics 8th semester. And we will go to the next slide. Course outlines. So these are the course outlines in which few topics are involved. These topics are control transformer, switches and types. We will study about control transformer, different type of switches in this course. We will also able to teach you about programmable logic controller and its types, PLC hardware and Boolean logic design, ladder logic programming and ladder diagrams, hardware interfacing to PLC, simple design cases, PLC timers and counters. So these are some major topics. We will cover these all topics in all semester. Switching to the next slide. Programmable logic controller, programming methods and application is the course textbook. Its author is J.R. Hackworth and F.D. Hackworth. Third edition or latest edition will be used. Automatic manufacturing system with PLC as a reference book will be used. The author of the reference book is H. Jack, and fourth edition will be used as a reference book. So these are the two books we will use in this course, and you can find any material from Google or YouTube. Switching to the next slide. So this is the first lecture of first week. The topic is control transformer, fuse and switches. So these are very small topics we will discuss in this lecture. No prerequisite is required for this course. My email is given in the slide, which is asadmalok@ymail.com. You can contact me at this email. This is the website of portal.suit.edu.pk. You can access it for video link. Objectives. These are the objectives of my first lecture. So the first objective is what is PLC. We will define what is PLC and how it's work. The second objective is components in control circuit. Which components are used in control circuit? We will discuss later. We will discuss different types of switches. For example, push buttons, mushroom switches, and so on. Next, we will discuss momentary push button or push-push system, guarded push button or shrouded push button, flush push button uses and schematic diagram, extended push button, its uses and its schematic diagram, mushroom head or palm head push button. So these are the few objectives which we will discuss in this lecture. Switching to the next slide. So what is programmable logic controller? Programmable logic controller is an industrial digital computer which has been used for the control of manufacturing processes which, such as assembly lines or robotic devices or any activity that requires high reliability, ease of programming, and process fault diagnosis. You know that PLC is actually a controller. This controller has some input and output in which we can attach several devices. On the input side, we can connect different switches, sensors, and on the output side of PLC, we can connect DC motor, three-phase motor, siren, bulb, etc. So PLC are used in the control system such as assembly lines. You have seen some assembly lines in the industry. You have also seen some robotics in which PLC are used for control mechanism. In PLC we will use ladder logic programming, which is very easy. Now we will switch to the next slide. This is programmable logic controller. It is a hardware of PLC. Here you can see the power of PLC. The circle is shown by small dot. It shows the power status. The second one is a run status. It shows that PLC is in running mode. The third circle is common. It shows that the power common is connected. The fourth one is shows the error, that PLC has some error. So this side, these two screws are neutral and hot wire. So we can connect 220 AC voltage to these 2 points. X1, X2, X3, X4, X5, X7. These are the address of input of PLC. The whole section is called the input of PLC, and here the lower part is the output part of PLC. Here you can see that Y0, Y1, Y2, Y3, Y4, Y5, Y6, Y7, Y8, Y9 and so on. So these are the output of PLC. So there are two modules in PLC. The upper part is input module and the lower part is output module. The input module and output module has been connected to some controller inside in PLC. As you know that PLC is a small computer in which there is some input and output and controller and memory. So these four blocks make it a controller which is very suitable for large scale application used in industry. Input, these are the inputs you can see here. These are the status indicator: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. From 0 to 15 there are 16 input. So here you can see 16 input of PLC, and these are the status indicator. If we on one input, for example we on 0 input, here you can see the status of 0 input, and this is control 1, control 2, and so on. This port is called Ethernet interface. We can connect PLC to a network. This portion is called RS-232 interface. We can connect the PLC to the computer system. This portion is called running switch. Here you can see a small dip switches. If it is on the upper side, it is on. If it is in the lower side, it will be off. By on and off, we can switch on or switch off the PLC. Y0, Y2, Y3, Y4, Y5, these are the all outputs of PLC. So this is the overall schematic or pictorial diagram of PLC, and this PLC can be used to control large machine in industry. The company name of PLC is Honeywell. So we will learn about PLC in the next slide. Components in control circuits. There are some components in control circuits. We should learn this before discussing the PLC. We will discuss PLC in the next lecture. So here we will learn some basics about control transformer. Why we use control transformer? We use control transformer because it provides protection to the PLC system. Here you can see the picture of transformer. This is the picture of transformer. Here you can see the fuse which is attached to this transformer. Here you can see the schematic diagram of control transformer. X1 and X2 is the input side in which we can apply 220 voltage AC voltage, and here we can receive the output voltage in AC waveform. In factory, large machines are operated by high voltages, 220 volt AC or 480 volt AC. AC means alternating current. In AC current or voltage, there is some frequency, but in DC system, there is no frequency, and in DC system, frequency is 0. Here we cannot use transformer for the DC system. We can use the control transformer only in AC system. It is necessary to reduce line voltage to less voltage. Here we can apply high voltages, and here we can get the lower voltage in order to provide protection to the control circuit. The next component that used in control system is transformer, which is given in the coming slide. So we will switch to the next slide. Fuse. This is the picture of fuse, which has two terminals. This one is the first terminal and this one is the second terminal, or you may say that this is the first terminal and this one is the second terminal. This one shows the schematic diagram of fuse and this is the pictorial diagram of fuse. What is the purpose of fuse in control circuit? In control circuit, fuse provides protection to the control circuit. The second function of fuse is it, it protects the control transformer in the event of short circuit. In short circuit, we mean that there is a huge ampere in the circuit due to shortage of resistance or wire in the circuit. In that case, fuse will be blown and it will cut the supply to the main circuit. How we connect the fuse with the control transformer? We can use the fuse in series with transformer. So we will switch to the next slide. So these are the two components, the control transformer and fuse. Components in control circuit. Switches. So switches are the third main components that may use in control circuit. The basic purpose of switches are to send instruction to the control circuit. If we connect the input to the PLC by means of switches, the switch will send some information to the PLC in order to control the motor or siren or solenoid valve. The second purpose of switches are provide automatic feedback to the control circuit. We can connect the switches in a control circuit that may provide some feedback to the control system. Push button switches types. There are some types of push button switches types. Here you can see that momentary push buttons and maintain push buttons. These buttons are also called push switch. Momentary push buttons are when we turn on by pressing it, it will off when we release it. It means that when we press the push button, it will become on, and when we release it, it will become off. But in the case of maintained push buttons, the operation is reverse. Here, when we press the maintained push button, it will become turn on, and if we release it, it will still turn on. By second time, it will become off. So here, the maintain push button needs the pressing of button for the second time, and here it required the first time. So we will switch to the next slide. Contact on switches. Here you can see the momentary push button switches. These are the single push button with normally on and normally closed. These single push button with normally open and normally closed contact. This switch is normally open. Here you can see in the schematic diagram of a switch. This one is normally open, and here you can see it as normally closed. Here you can see that the switch has two terminals, the first terminal and the second terminal. When we press the switch, it will become on, and when we release it, it will become off. Here you can see that the switch is already in on position, so this position is called normally closed. When we press it, it will become off. So both action has been represented in a single switch. Here it is normally open, and here it is normally closed. Normally open, when pressed, it become closed. Here you can see that this is normally open. When we press it, it become closed. Here you can see that when we press it, it will become open. So these are momentary push button switches that can be used with PLC in order to control some machines in the industry. So we will switch to the next slide. Maintain push buttons. Here you can see the schematic diagram of maintain push button. These are the two terminals of maintain push button, the first terminal and the second terminal. The mechanism is seesaw mechanism. When we press it, it will become turn on. If we release it, it will not become off because it will maintain its status. After the second press, it will become turn off. So here there are three types of push button switch actuator. The first one is guarded or shrouded actuator. The second one is flush push button, and the third one is extended push button. We will learn about these buttons in the coming slide. These push button switch actuators are used in order to control some machines with PLC. So next slide. Push button switch actuator. So here you can see the pictorial diagram of guarded or shrouded actuator, push button switch actuator. What is the function of guarded or shrouded actuator push button? It provides protection against the button being accidentally depressed by the other object and is therefore used in situations where pressing the switch causes something potentially dangerous to happen. The application of guarded push buttons are in some machines. There are some machines in the industry which can use some buttons. Suppose there are start push button, there are run push button, cycle push button, jog push button, and reset push button. So we can control different operation in the machine by pressing these push button switch actuators. For example, reset push button on your computer is likely a guarded push button. Here we will switch to the next slide. Push button switch actuator. Here you can see the pictorial diagram of push button switch actuator, and this is actually a flush push button. It provides similar protection against accidental ac- actuation as the guarded push button. However, since it is not recessed, the level of protection is not to the extent of the guarded push button. This type of switch actuator works better in application where it is designed to backlight the actuator, called a lighted push button. Here there is some similarity in this push button with the previous one, and there is a little difference here. So the both purpose of these buttons are to provide the protection to the machines. Switching to the next slide. Push button switch actuator. Here you can see the pictorial diagram of extended push button. Obviously the actuator extends beyond the sleeve, which makes the button easy to depress by a finger, palm of the hand, or any object. It is intended for the applications where it is desirable to make the switch as accessible as possible, such as stop, pause, or brakes. If we stop the operation in some machine, we can use this button, or we can pause some operation. We can also use these type of buttons, and these buttons are also used in the machine. So we will switch to the next slide. Dented push button. These are the detent push buttons, and this push button is also called mushroom head switch. This is also mushroom head switch. So both are mushroom head switches. The mushroom head switch is a momentary switch that may be used to cause a machine run one cycle of an operation. The pictorial diagram of mushroom head switches is just like a mushroom which is occur in nature. So this is the picture of mushroom. The shape of the mushroom is just like the mushroom head switches. So this is why these switches are called mushroom head switches. These are used for the safety reasons. For safety reasons, they are usually used in pairs separated by about 24 inch and wide, so that they must both be pressed at the same time in order to cause the desired operation to commence. So this mushroom head switch can be used in the control system to control the operation in the industry. We will switch to the next slide. These are the schematic diagram of mushroom push buttons. This symbol is used for run operation, and this symbol is used for emergency stop. The detent push button, when pressed in, it remains in, and then to return in its original position it must be pulled out and is called an emergency stop or e-stop switch. These switches can be used in the emergency situation and can be connected in PLC in order to stop the some operation in industry. In emergency cases, the mushroom head is always red. The color of these push buttons are red, and the switch is used to shut off power to the controls of a machine when the switch is pressed in. When we pressed in, here this is a close mechanism, normally close contact. When we press this push button, it will become open and it can shut off power to the controls of a machine when the switch is pressed in. In order to reset a machine, the e-stop switch must be pulled to the out position to apply power to the controls before attempting to run the machine. If we run the machine again, so we should be reopen the e-stop push button. Switch to the next slide. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for your attention. Allah Hafiz.